All right, cool. We are live. So I haven't been following. What all's been going on?
So I've only been like in and out of different rooms and like watching hands, but not trying to pay a ton of attention to what I'm. Oh, I guess I can mute you, but I can't mute the ad. Oh my god. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Zimmerman was leading after two. I don't know how much carryover they had. I believe they were leading coming in today. It's close. I mean, there's let's see. So yeah, after three rounds, the Parish team has been having some trouble. Looks like they got swept in the third round, and yeah, so they're trailing. The Overdeck team is also struggling. You know, the Klesnik team that I think you and I are hoping will put in a good performance. Also been lagging a little bit. But yeah, there's still basically almost anyone can win this event. I think the spread between first and seventh is four boards.
Yep. But every board counts, obviously. So,
Yeah.
you know, it
So
is
one of the things
important.
about border matches, you can make up a lot of ground very quickly, or
Yeah.
fall behind very quickly. But you know, it's like you have some round when you sweep three boards against a top team, and all of a sudden, you can just vault over them. It's not something that can really happen at imps.
Right. Yeah. It is important, though, for teams who are not playing with a sponsor, four-handed teams to do well in the morning session when the sponsors are in for other teams. So, but okay. So I should have a. Ooh, wait. Let me. I have a standings command, or is it standings? Is that what I called it? Standings. I think. There we go. Let me update that in my title so that people know where to go to find the results.
Yep, it is on the USDF homepage.
Yeah. Okay, so I was quickly looking at the Fleischer Spectre table, and is this the same board? Maybe it was the previous round, but there was some board where it was like three diamonds doubled at one of the tables with Ace 10 9 6, the diamonds that had overcalled and then bid their suit again, and Bathurst sitting with three natural trump tricks behind it cracked it and led his partner suit, and then John Hurd had to find the switch to cash his side ace king, which he did not, and then collect his partner's three natural trump tricks in due time. He instead switched to trumps, and that let Declare pitch all of his losers and make three diamonds doubled. So a full board
I did
swing to
not see that
Fleischer.
board, but yeah, it's quite a thing. So the other room, they were just in some
In
less
some
dramatic
score.
contract.
Yeah, it was in like three spades, and three spades made, so plus 300 would have been a win. Obviously, minus 530 and minus or plus 100 were the same result, but
470 or 670, I believe, since they were in a minor. But yeah, same thing.
oh yeah, right, yeah, 470 or whatever it was.
Nice. I
Okay.
mean, I've been watching the pool here, but it does not look like one no trump doubled by East was a great spot.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I thought I was checking out the score or how many tricks were taken. And I was like, oh, four tricks in, maybe 500 is a good save. No, 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 that's four tricks for north south.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't see the auction or initial layout, but does not look like this was exactly where East West would have wanted to end up if they could see each other's cards. I see. Yeah, so it looks like maybe the auction was kind of normal. I didn't see how good South's hand was to start, but if they had a little bit too much to make a takeout double, everyone's actions would have been pretty routine.
I think south started with ace king jack 10 fifth of diamonds and this stuff. So
I
South
see.
had a 22 count.
And North did well to um,
To
sit
sit
out the
with a
double
balanced
of one
Yarborough,
of the
yeah.
big Yarborough. Yeah.
Yep. Well, North has misread the situation. They needed to put a spade through. So it looks as if East West are going to collect a few tricks here.
Yeah, we don't have result in the other room, but I would guess this contract will be duplicated at some tables. It looks like everything was kind of normal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about West one spade bid. I mean, it's not clear to me because it looks like West only had this 4 count in the auction and over a takeout
Oh,
double.
5, right? King Jack of clubs and the Jack of hearts is 5, so it's pretty mandatory to
Oh
respond.
yeah, 5 count. Um,
And like King Jack 10-9, is possibly useful in some contract. I think it would be a little strange for West not to respond, especially white red, right? Where when you're playing this light opening style, you really need to be like making everything seem normal as much as possible.
yeah,
It's a little unfortunate, although who knows? The tricks north south are currently pitching may actually win the board for East West in an unexpected way.
yeah. North made a pretty big blunder by not putting a spade back through. Um, but
Yeah, I
he's
think
yeah.
yeah, it looks like they're going to take 5 tricks for minus 300, so really not so bad.
At least 5 tricks. East might even get the spade king.
I don't. Yeah, I see. Right. They can end play. Well, no, that would be the 5th trick, right? They're cash 3 clubs here.
Yeah,
Figure out what South has, exit whatever they need to exit, and you get either a spade or a heart in the end game.
yeah. Diana's right. East has to pitch first. So
Yeah.
okay, well, good defense by
Oh, I see. East
South.
is actually squeezed. Good. What's that?
A good defense by South.
This does not look like good defense by South. If you really pitched a heart right now, you can cash 10 of clubs, pitch a heart, exit a heart, and get the king of spades after all.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Almost good, but okay, maybe that was just a Vigraph error. But 500. The
Yeah.
other room we'll quickly hop over. We've been told that it is 5 diamonds, which felt like it had no play.
Roll analysis. 5 diamonds. Oh, so he's King Jack 10 of diamonds. Wow, so really powerful hand there. Yeah, so we've seen this. I know you weren't watching. There were a couple of boards where Emma Kolesnik bid pretty aggressively despite some warning signs. Obviously, she is a junior, and maybe we're seeing some of the kinds of bids that you can get away with in junior events that you do not do as well with at really top level bridge.
Look at this. Look at this. So East West. I mean, same heart opener, same double by South with the I think I counted 22 or whatever it was. Monster hand. West with 10 5th of spades and King Jack 10 9 of clubs, but in no trump showing clubs.
I like it. I mean, obviously, just straight lead directing.
Yeah.
I may have to separate these cats in a minute. They've been beating each other up pretty badly all morning. Yeah, I think that one no Trump bid actually. I don't think I would have thought of it, but I can see why it would be pretty sensible.
Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, how are North and South doing here? So
They're down 1.
yeah, I guess they just have no way to avoid that heart loser.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously from North-South point of view, there was no way to save the board once their opponents declined to play in a doubled partial.
Yeah, I mean, they might have reached 3-0. Obviously, East West could take four
Can they make
clubs off the top, but 3-no is making.
Oh, I see, because you have two entries to take spade finesses in the north hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you only need
Jack
one,
and
but yeah, you're right. You would
Oh,
prefer to have
well,
two.
yes. As it turns out, you only need one, but you're certainly going to plan to take two.
Yep, yep. But I mean,
Yeah,
regardless,
so,
like even if you only had one entry, you still have 9 tricks: 5 diamonds, 2 spades, and 2 hearts.
oh,
So
right, good point.
yeah, so I mean, it's basically just the fact that West showed clubs in the auction, and South really didn't like her club stopper, small doubleton.
Right, I think South's 5 diamond bid was probably a bit much. She had forced her partner to bid, so there's a limit to how excited you should be getting, even on a hand like that.
Yep.
I think if she had raised 3 diamonds to 4, her partner would go on with any excuse. I mean, she's doubled, Q bid, and bid to the 4 level opposite what could still be a Yarborough with 3 diamonds, so 5 diamonds does look a little overly aggressive to me.
Yeah. But unfortunately, she had to find the hero 3-no trump bid on the small doubleton club, and that was just going to be made very difficult when West had showed the suit naturally.
I think she might have chosen to bid 3 hearts, showing a heart stopper over 3 diamonds, just in case partner something like Queen, 10 third of clubs or whatever. It wouldn't have worked here, but I think it would have been a better plan.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess I would like to follow them because we want to see them win, but I don't know if they're always going to be on ViewGraph, so I just pulled up the next table that I saw who's already into the next round.
Yeah, I don't think that they're making any effort to put more interesting tables on ViewGraph. I think it's just effectively looks like a pair movement where you cycle through the ViewGraph tables.
Yep. Yeah. So
I think there are 4 ViewGraph tables, so we will see a lot of every team.
sure. Okay.
2 clubs, 3 hearts showing a mixed raise, looks like. And no one has any reason to bid on over 3 spades, but they're going to do pretty well here, huh? With the club finesse working.
Yeah, I mean, West feels
Spades
like they
D2.
might have underbid their hand opposite a mixed raise. I mean, they do have a 14 count, 5-4-2-2.
I guess it's true. East has a complete minimum with weak trumps and 6 points, and game is still incredibly good after that club bid by North.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's tough. And West would love to make a game try, and he doesn't have the room to here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, I mean, you have to decide whether to bid aggressively or a little conservatively, and at imps maybe you would take the push. At match point or border match, it seems kind of reasonable to not risk going minus on what could just be a normal 3 spade hand.
Right. Okay.
And the
So it
matching
looks like
doubleton
this
quickly
is
useful.
yeah. Looks like this is making 4. Yeah. Thanks, Diana, for the link. I think exclamation point standings also has that link, and instructions in case people are really dense and can't figure out how to get to the actual scores from that website. But they
Obviously, none of your viewers would be that dense.
um,
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how this event is going to run, but I think probably they're going to have a barometer up until the last several rounds. At some point, I think they're going to cut that off so teams don't know exactly how they're doing.
yeah, that does sound familiar. Because you want the teams to kind of play fair going into the last round. If you're if you're the team that's leading and you're playing against a team and you just get normal results, and the second place team is playing against someone who's in third or fourth place, and they just have this unwritten agreement that, oh, we're going to swing every board and one of us is going to surpass the first place team, that's kind of not fair. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they use a barometer at all. Possibly just historical reasons. this is basically going to be a claim fairly quickly, I think.
Or very slowly, depending on the pace of play. I mean,
yeah, I guess declare doesn't quite want to claim in case there's a rough floating around, but I think he can be pretty confident he's going plus at this point.
Yep. Yeah, so he'll pull Trump and just ask about the Club King.
Yeah. Yep, he just doesn't want to put his hand on the table before he has the lead again.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the 2 club bid probably gives the show away, but I suppose we may as well.
Oh, I think so, but until the Trumps were drawn, he might have been, concerned that, like, on an extremely unlikely layout, there's a rough out against him.
Yeah. Okay, so plus 170 potential swing position. I mean, of course, 4 spades is cold. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced 4 spades is called because even on a club lead, North has no entry to give his partner a rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do need spades 2-2 probably to avoid, maybe not. I'm thinking you might be able to get a promotion in North on a heart play, but I don't even think that works.
Right.
Even if North had, honor 8/3 of hearts, I don't think it would help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so do you open a week 2 as East given the opportunity first seat?
New Zealand. Classic New Zealand opening.
Yeah, it does seem a little aggressive, but your hand is pure, such as it is.
Yeah. I think that I wouldn't.
It's not my style, too, obviously, with a partnership where this is in your range. You're not that sad about it. You have these 2 small doubles into the majors, which is going to be hard for the opponents. Partner's not going to take it too seriously. I don't like having such a weak suit and no compensating feature.
Right. And I think for me, a lot of it is like, as you push the range for your preamps down, you kind of have to expand the ranges of all your other bids to compensate. Like, I've never been a believer in this, like, there's hands that are too strong to preempt and too weak to open. So, you can either make your week 2 range incredibly wide and then just never have a constructive auction over it, or if your week 2 range is like this hand up to like an 8 count, now you're going to be opening 8 and 9 counts, which isn't so bad some of the time. I mean, I think there are 8 and 9 counts that should be opened at the 1 level, but it is kind of extending the ranges of your other actions.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Obviously, in this universe where a lot of us are opening every 10 count and the occasional 9 count with a 6-card major, it's safe to open hands like this with 2 hearts or 2 spades. Diamonds, you're probably not going to do that, which means either your week 2 range gets uncomfortably wide, or your 1 range gets really, really uncomfortable on the low end.
Yeah, I think that the thing that a lot of people, North-South have gotten in real trouble. I didn't even notice what was going on.
Yeah, by the way, like West tried to take them off the hook, and they wouldn't have it.
Yeah. Okay, so North doubled 2 hearts. I guess take out for the black suits.
So that's totally normal. Yeah, totally normal. Like, let's give him credit for that.
Yeah. And South bid 2 spades, which is okay.
I mean, what else can you sensibly do, right? Trump might even be Lebensol here for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking you could check out 2 hearts doubled, but okay, so we bid 2 spades, probably fine. West comes in 3 hearts, and now North bids 3 spades, and...
Yeah, that seems... So I don't like passing, even aboard a match where, quote-unquote, it's only a board. I don't like passing 2 hearts because West could just have anything, right? Like West could have ace, queen, jack, seventh of hearts, and partner could be, the same kind of shape, and it's just, it's just a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
So, your hand, like, the 10 of hearts is nice and all, but the hand just has nothing going for it on defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, after West bid 3 hearts, which seems already a little aggressive, why is North bidding here, right?
Right.
Man, I hate to second guess a player as strong as Tomas, but man, that seems like the kind of bid where if you need to be bidding to 3 spades, partner's going to do it 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
West bid was unlimited, right? I mean, like everyone knows, unless West was psyching, which I guess is possible, West should have quite a strong hand for that action.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 hearts, I guess, like, shows a really strong hand because he's, just past saying, I don't know. Yes, this is.
Okay, question about whether 3 no trump doubled is making. They have technically 5 clubs, 2 diamonds, and 2 hearts. I don't think Declarer is going to be convinced by all of this, because to get all of this, they would need to win the heart ace, lead the 10 of diamonds off dummy, setting up a diamond trick. East wins, and then a heart's going to come through. Declarer wins and only has 1 entry to hand. I guess he has to go ace and a diamond, right, to unblock. So he would need king, jack, double, 10 of clubs on side. I can't imagine Declarer making on that line. Now, maybe there's some other line where he makes the contract. He might be able to set up a spade.
If he plays ace and a diamond now, he is just going to make it.
Right, but that line of play is insane, right? Because if West has king, jack, third of clubs, then we're just going down a billion tricks. I think Declarer might play a spade to the 8. Planning to set up a spade trick. So he'll plan on taking 1 spade, 4 clubs, 2 hearts, and 2 diamonds, I think.
I mean, but he has to know or strongly suspect the spade position here, right? I mean, he may well think that hearts are 7-1 since West rebid them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then I don't know. Then what would West shape be like? Maybe 4-7-1-1 in this, and then as you say, the club play is going to be horrible. But I think he may actually suspect that the club position, at least the club break, is what it is, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
West would often be exactly this shape for this bidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, some of the time there's going to be king empty doubleton or jack empty doubleton or neither, but there's room for East to have both the king and jack of clubs.
Right. I mean, I think we could also see the 10 of clubs off dummy right now.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty plausible play for Declarer here.
Yeah, all I was saying is a spade to the 8 is going to work. Oh my, he's going for it, trying to make it. Now, we haven't spent a lot of time considering if he believes that he's just in huge trouble if this contract goes down. Maybe he thinks he's just getting a 0 if he's not making his 9 tricks.
I think that's quite possible that the only chance to salvage the board is to go all out and minus 100 and minus 1100 the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's
not 1100, but
yeah, I mean, it's not so obvious to me that he's going down if he plays a spade to the 8, because he gets an extra spade trick at the cost of an extra club trick. Although maybe he just loses too many tricks in the process. He's going to end up losing 3 spades, 3 spades and a club.
Well, but West just wins the spade. Let's assume the jack 9 are on side. West just wins his high spade and plays a heart, right? And now I don't think you can ever make it.
Well, we've gotten an extra heart trick now.
Oh, sorry. I mean, if it loses to the jack of spades, then you can't ever make it. I think the extra heart trick is still not enough to get you anywhere?
That looks like enough to me. I don't know. Anyway.
So what are your 9 tricks? You like win the 10 of hearts and play on clubs at that point?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, against this spade position, our plan is to lose 3 spades to the ace, king, jack, and set up the 10 and dummy. But anyway, I don't know. It looks like Declare has gone with ace of diamonds, diamond. This was the simple line. He would be very upset if the clubs were not exactly as they are.
Yeah, but I think even then, though, like maybe you could end play West at some point with a heart to to give you your spade back, or end play him with a spade to give you the 10 of hearts. You might get strip squeezed if you just like cash the queen of diamonds, play a couple of clubs, look at what West does, and then decide how to play.
On which line?
So on this line, you even on some lights where you're not making it, like you play a club, and even if the king jack aren't doubleton on side, you cash a couple of clubs, and then West is going to be down to just majors, and his majors are vulnerable, so you can throw him in with one major to give you a trick in the other in the endgame.
Oh, right, but West has like 6 tricks that he's already set up, right? Because East. I mean, sure, if hearts are 7-1, then yeah, East doesn't win the king of diamonds and put a heart through. But if hearts are 6-2, then East would have just like put a heart through here.
Right, but remember, we're talking about the layouts where the hand was a disaster anyway. You're just trying to salvage a little something from the wreckage.
Yeah. Okay, well, Declare is going to be happy that when he cashes to the heart king, or crosses to the heart king, cashes a diamond, plays a club up, it's going to go jack queen, he's going to cash the ace, and then magically make 550. Good result for Fleischer.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he actually might not cash the diamond queen.
Hard to imagine not doing it, because if you ever lose the lead, okay, he didn't do it.
Right, but if you lose the lead, it'll be to East, and then you get it and only lose 1 trick at this point.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Wow. 550. Other table played in 3 clubs in the north. I guess they had a bit of a less exciting auction. Pass by East, pass by South, 1 heart by West, double by North, 2 clubs by East, looks like diamonds. Pass by South, 2 hearts, 3 clubs by North.
Yeah, it's also a pretty aggressive sequence by North there to show a doubled in bid hand with the 14 count with the 5-card club suit. And it looks like there is a director call of some kind, if you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, the graph operator is letting us know. Ross from Canada is telling us that West has called for the director at the table. Maybe we'll get an update on what's going on. Maybe he's calling for the director to enforce a 0 tolerance penalty on his partner for opening 2 diamonds.
Yeah, I have to say, like, sometimes these bids get punished in a really weird way, and this, this does seem like a bit of karmic justice for opening 2 diamonds in a hand like that. Maybe there was some table action by North-South.
I can't imagine.
Like, the tempo seemed okay.
Yeah,
tempo seemed okay, when we were watching, but who knows?
Yeah, and now he has canceled the director call.
Interesting. I have a little.
It's hard to imagine, because North-South clearly floundered throughout the entire auction, and South just elected to run from 3 spades, knowing he was in a 7 fit, to 3 no trump.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a huge win for North-South.
Yep, we've been seeing a lot of these 3-0 scores in the rounds, which is
Yeah, and they certainly this final, a few of the top seeds didn't make it through, so there are some, some pretty unbalanced matchups. But yeah, it's definitely a little unusual to see so many sweeps. All right, so here we've got a somewhat normal start to this auction. North maybe would have considered bidding two hearts, but you'd really like to have slightly stronger hearts for that bid, especially if East is going to have a holding like King Jack and fourth.
Yeah, when you get the
Like,
telegram about East having a King Jack 10 fourth in your suit, you're like, maybe I don't make the two
yeah.
heart preempt.
I actually like vulnerable. It's my style also to bid one heart rather than two for exactly that reason. Like here, he'd even get away with it because even though East has the stack, West can't double it.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's showing the trap pass in a nanosecond here.
One spade from South. That could have been an exciting contract.
Yeah, the two diamond bid looks a little surprising to me. I think like what South's one spade advance is pretty normal with a decent hand, especially as a past hand and a stiff heart. West not making like West maybe can suspect what's going on that when his spades are that good. South is bidding because he has a misfit in partner suit. So the fact that he bid two dimes without even considering it seems like a mistake to me.
Yeah, it might be hard depending. So, I mean, defending one spade undoubled might have been a good spot for East West, but it's hard to believe that North South were actually getting out of this because North might have come in two clubs, right? If it had gone pass, and then East is going to hit that.
Yeah, I don't know whether they would collect a penalty, but I think West bidding two diamonds so fast like that just didn't really think about what might be happening in this auction.
Right. Hey, this is all I see when I'm looking at these boards. They're red, we're white. They've come into my auction
And
uninvited.
I've been ace king in five. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. Well, this could go a whole variety of ways. I mean, three no trump probably is making. Well, three no trump has to be making with the diamonds breaking and like everything on side. But
Yeah, they might well come to their 11 tricks.
yeah, I mean, I'm still wagering that like plus 460 or even plus 400 something might not win the board for East West, but we'll see.
Yeah, and it could win it in a weird way. So at the other table, if it does start a diamond two hearts, now it'll probably go past two spades, taking north south off the hook because West can't sensibly double. So at that point, they'll get to the same three no trump and either push or swing the board depending on how the play goes at each table.
How is four spades doubled in the East West? Probably making, right?
You certainly start nine. And with the Singleton heart in South, they might be able to beat it. Can they beat it on roughs? Maybe not. So you need a bunch of entries to the East hand to push the spades through, and you don't really have them, right? You can't rub diamonds in the East hand as entries because you need those as lead spades. The defense can just never lead a club, so.
It feels to me like it might be making. So Diana says that Dana is actually playing four spades doubled and supposedly making it in her room.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see whether it's makeable double dummy on any lead. It would surprise me a little bit.
I think you can cross in hearts because if South gets a rough, it's basically with a natural.
Yeah, so let's say you start as North Ace of Hearts in a rough and South plays a diamond. What happens now?
So Jack of Spades to the Ace, and we return a diamond.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, I think you just end up a trick short.
Okay, this is going to be a hilarious win, but how is this possibly the way that can't really be their contract at the other table? Oh, we have a Steve Robinson follower. This is where everything
Yeah.
went wrong.
Yeah, so I think it's not great with a suit like that, but I think you just have to get two spades when it comes around to you. Yeah, so they needed to get it one more undoubled.
Right.
Yeah, I think like when you have that 6-5, like sure, some of the time you're just gonna end up with a really silly result, but you just can't pass with that.
Agreed. Agreed. But this is also why you don't open your shorter suit. This isn't a canapé system. You open your long
Well,
suit.
meanwhile, notice East also, I think, has made something of a what could be a fairly serious mistake by not playing the Jack of Spades, right? I mean, now the spades are going to be blocked. I mean, obviously, diamond splitting, everything is fine, but some of the time you need to get that Jack of Spades out of your hand.
You learned to play bridge in DC? Yeah, I
Yeah.
always make fun of Steve Robinson because everyone around this area, I mean, this is where I grew up. And the first time I heard it, I was just like, that has to be a joke, right? But no, apparently Steve was serious and everyone believes him. So
Yeah, I mean, Steven said that if he held five little in a major and an eight card solid minor, that he would open the major, and I believe him.
I've seen it. I mean, maybe not that exact hand, but he's been 5-7 and he opens a major with like 5 to the 10, which is insane. No one else in the world does this because it's just so wrong.
Right.
But okay, well, so yeah, Declare has made has kind of botched the play in this, but you are correct that with diamonds splitting, he can just win the heart, cash the ace king of clubs, throwing spades, cross to the spade king, and run the diamonds.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it wouldn't even help North here to win the ace and play a diamond because Declare just get back and forth in a heart, so he's doing the best he can by playing low. Which
Right.
maybe will still decide a trick, but it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah. Okay, this feels weird to me, but maybe.
It does feel weird. And he doesn't know the diamonds are breaking, but there's no reason not to catch one club.
Yeah. I guess he never really gets stranded, right? Because North is always going to be on lead and doesn't have spades. So North
Yeah,
either
maybe.
has to lead hearts or clubs into him.
Mm-hmm.
Although he
Okay.
has made it like a little awkward on himself. I guess he can cash a diamond pitching a heart, cash a diamond pitching a club, and then lead a heart up. Um, yeah, so
They
460.
can even he can cash the last diamond and pitch his good club. Pitch one of the ace king of clubs too.
Did Dana make four spades? We did not.
I
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, let's go find out.
Dana's in four spades doubled. Other table was in three no trump.
So she needs to take four more tricks. That seems a little unlikely to me.
Really? Isn't it just cold here? Because a trump return, she wins the jack and leads the king of hearts.
Well, suppose. Oh, I
Club
see. So
return?
club doesn't help because she can rough and dummy pitching
Yeah.
a diamond. How about it? A
Yep.
spade return.
Yep. This is just
I say a spade
cold.
return. She can just push the king of hearts through south.
Yeah. So, good old
Oh my god! And
590.
it's cold, and she actually has a chance to beer.
Yep.
Very well played by Dana Berkowitz's East.
Yeah, I guess we'll take a look at the play. It looked to me like Declare had some issues, but
do very much respect that. Even in the finals of the Reisinger, playing four spades doubled with a 5-0 break, she remembered to preserve the seven of diamonds.
Yeah, what?
Truly outstanding composure under fire.
That's correct. She unblocked the 8. Um, all right,
All
King
right,
of
so let's see.
Hearts.
So hopefully Roger will pitch here to save Alex Perlin 2 beers.
Fair enough.
Um,
Oh, Perlin was playing. Dana was not the declarer. Um,
oh, fourth by West. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Oh my God, he also opened a spade. What is wrong with these people?
That, yeah, I think I've seen Alex make bids like this before, and I do not totally understand it, especially here. Like, maybe if you had five hearts and six diamonds, you have to open a heart, or you would consider opening a heart because you might lose the hearts if you open a diamond and the opponent's bid a bunch of spades. Here, you just have a very easy start diamonds, bid spades a bunch of times, and partner knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of as pointed out, I thought it was going to be difficult on the defense Ace of Hearts Heart Rough. Maybe it wasn't so clear to do that in the auction. Certainly a lot harder to do that when the opening bid is a spade and you don't get to show hearts and hear partner not support them. But yeah, Ace of Hearts Heart Rough is the only defense to beat it, kind of as we thought. Otherwise, Declarer just gets pitches on the clubs. Okay. So that's not bad. They split the set, 1.5, 1.5.
Yeah, so again, check it on the scoreboard. Those results should be posted pretty quickly. It is a constant source of amazement to me that you can get the up-to-date view graph by going to the USBF site, but not the ACBL site.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it's not even a USBF event.
Right.
Okay, well, I've jumped over to the Parrish versus Fleischer table. We have not seen Parrish play yet this set. And how'd we get to three spades? Three spades north. So north opened a no trump. We got a transfer sequence. East made a takeout double of spades, which looks hyper aggressive to me.
Does seem extremely aggressive. Red white into a live auction.
He had a 16 count.
Oh, I see. Didn't realize what cards were already out of his hand.
Yeah, but it's still...
Even so, like, if you have a 16 count and your partner has approximately 0,
right.
You know, your upside here is awfully limited.
Yeah, but fortunately he was kind of saved. North-South had a giant spade fit. Ooh, clever North. I think I know who's North. Well, maybe. North maybe hoping that East wouldn't cash the Heart King so that he could get a pitch with the Diamond 10. But, okay. So, East-West going to pick up a decent swing. I mean, maybe. North-South do have 10 spades, and they managed to stop at the 3 level, and... Of course, 3 spades is down 1.
Yeah, and North-South had, a strong no-trump opposite. Would look like a normal spade invitation, right? Didn't you have like 7 or 8 points with 6 spades?
South had... I guess I wasn't paying attention. He had 6 spades, he had like a small doubleton heart, he might have had queen doubleton of diamonds and king third of clubs.
I thought he had a king and 2 queens, but the first couple of tricks went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe North-South did well to stay out of game, but my guess is that, maybe at the other table, North-South just end up in 2 spades on a no-trump transfer, 2 spades, all pass. We'll see if East comes in. They might make this aggressive bid. It just feels aggressive to me. I'm looking at the king-queen doubleton of spades, and, that's not great. So despite it being 16...
I think this is the kind of hand where a lot of pairs would just have a card showing double of these colors available of one no trump, and that makes East's getting a lot simpler. Like, you hate to go quietly when you have a hand that good, but as you say, the choice to double two spades and commit to the 3 level is not that appealing either.
Right. Yeah, especially not red. And not. Well, I had a suspicion that this is how the players were sitting, so I think Adam Parrish is east, Kaplan is west, and north.
Almost certainly. I don't think Adam Kaplan would do that.
Yeah. And so not sure who north is. I mean, it could be Marty Fleischer. I think he would find one of that clever, like, Jack of Diamonds play, maybe, in some world convincing East not to cash his second heart. But it could also be Cran. I think those are my two.
Earlier in the tournament, we had seen Fleischer sitting north consistently and Martel south, so if it is that pair, I think you're probably right about how they're lining up.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice, so
well, minus 50. So no result from
What's
the other
happening? We
table.
had a 5 count. Never mind. I saw an extra queen in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Steve
exactly.
Robinson opener. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And as Diana says, basically, like, everyone in Washington plays that way. That pair has had an enormous influence over bidding methods in the DC area, and it's not totally clear how sound they are.
I don't get it. I really don't. Because, well, as we know, having played against them multiple times, they're not really that strong of a pair. So I'm not sure how they've brainwashed people into believing everything that they say.
I think it's a combination of, there was a period when they were a very effective pair. Obviously now, Stevie's 80 or possibly even a little older, so, no longer playing his best game. But, yes, at their best, they were still never one of the world's truly elite pairs, but they were so much better than everyone else in the DC area, and they were also very free about sharing their notes and methods. So I think a lot of people emulated them because, you could just, like, get their entire system and play, and Stevie ended up writing a book, but even before that, it wasn't that hard to just, like, get access to their system and start playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a pre-internet era when, unless you were subscribing to the Bridge World, you didn't really have access to a ready-made good system. Like, not that it was such a good system, but, a lot of, there were a lot of regional differences because people just weren't sharing notes as freely across regions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, New York, people played, like, modified Roth Stone because Roth Stone were New Yorkers and had a huge influence. In DC, it was Robinson Boyd. LA had their own, like, quote unquote West Coast style, like the Dick Wash style. It's only pretty recently that everyone in the US has started to play exactly the same methods.
Yeah, so Ewan says that Washington Standard was one of the first complete system notes that he found. Cool.
Yeah, so Diana and I started playing bridge in the DC area in 94, 95. Rob obviously grew up in the area, so we all have a lot of experience playing against the system, and, some of the more exotic results are unlikely to be duplicated anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, well, how do we feel about West's takeout double of 2 hearts? 4 triple 3. King, Queen, third of hearts.
Oh, he did. Didn't he sign it like Love and Kisses or Hugs and Kisses, Stevie? Diana's pointing out that, yes, I got Stevie Robinson to sign Diana's copy when his book came out. Sorry, how do we feel about what?
West takeout double of 2 hearts. He had an extra heart here.
I think at match points, or board a match, it's just too risky not to. The opponents will take the push a lot of the time, too. You got 4 spades and a full opening hand. Imps, maybe you just pass and figure, you invest the 5 or 6 imps. Match points is incredibly dangerous.
Okay. Well, we have successfully gone for about 800. Um,
Yeah. No. Unlucky.
unlucky. Yeah, how bad
So
is
what,
this
what,
actually?
what did East do over the double?
East showed the minors.
Yeah, so this, not that it would have helped much, but. So what was East shape? Was East 3-2-4-4 also?
Yep.
I see. So he just bit his better minor after West passed it back to him.
Yeah.
I say 3 clubs would be slightly better, but still are.
Right.
I think,
Okay.
it's board a match. There's going to be a lot of 3 of something doubles.
Mm-hmm. True. True.
Yeah, this might even be a push. You're certainly not, not super optimistic, but like this certainly would be a push board against some other tables in the event.
Well, we haven't really got there yet because Declare still has some work to do. Gotta lead a club to the jack. And.
Yeah.
I guess North-South also have some work to do. Cashing the Ace of Hearts wasn't super optimal, but as long as North finds low spade at some point, or ducks around a spades, then they should be able to reduce South some.
Yeah, and North's goal has to be to stop South from getting unplayed in trumps. It's not clear that cashing the Ace of Hearts was the best way to do that.
Right. Okay. So North does duck the spade. He gets count from his partner.
This seems good. So now South can ruff a spade to shorten himself, and might still get end played anyway, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's possible he does something like exit the 8 of clubs. It looks like it doesn't cost, because even if it runs around to Declare's 10, then Declare can just go club to the Ace club, and then South exits the 9 of diamonds in the end position to collect the last 2 trumps. So he might try that, hoping that his partner has like the 10 of clubs. Oh, never mind. Ooh, this doesn't look like great defense. I think that spade ruff was important.
Well, what does Declare do now? And he knocks out the club. South
It didn't matter.
plays
You're
a
right.
third club, presumably.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't matter. South reps in, exits a
It's still
diamond.
500, right? And
Looks
it's
like,
the same position they were in before. As long as South doesn't catch the King of Diamonds here, which I think he'll figure out.
Yep.
It's going to be 500.
Yeah, so 500. Okay, we'll see. It does look like 3 clubs plays much, much, much better than that contract. A little surprised that maybe West didn't try 3 clubs over the double of 2-0. I understand that he's 3-3 and wants his partner
Agreed.
to...
I was going to say, I think agreed, but also East's 3 diamonds. I mean, maybe they would have run themselves out to it anyway. 3 clubs got doubled, but I think he just put a little too much stock in the difference between Queen 10-7 fourth and 10-7 fourth.
Yeah, I also agree with that.
That might not have affected the result, but as a matter of style, I think he should just bid 3 clubs and see what happens.
Right. Yep. Okay. So West opening a diamond, I think some people might open a gambling 3-no trump. It depends on your agreements and whether that changes in third seat.
Yeah, so I wouldn't in third seat because there's basically no chance you can make it if you're dropped there, which is some of the value of the gambling 3-no trump.
Mm-hmm.
But I would open 3 diamonds. I think opening 1 diamond is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like we know our side probably just wants to get to 3 diamonds at some point. Partners of pass hand, we probably don't want to get higher. Why are we doing anything other than getting to 3 diamonds immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Now North would bid 3 spades over that, and South would have a very difficult decision.
Right. Yeah, but as is, North-South have found their spade fit at a low enough level, and North probably also knows that his partner's fairly limited, since the 2 diamond
Right.
queue can be made on like a bunch of different hand types. You're not forcing your side to the, well, never mind.
Like, I thought North might. So some pairs do play that a double of 3 diamonds would be a game try. Many others play that it only applies when they've taken all of your room. I would have thought North would make a game try of some kind, but if he bids 3 hearts, South might raise it.
Mm.
I personally wouldn't. I think the hand's too light for it, but they might have gotten there anyway. 4 spades does look pretty aggressive to me with a spread out hand and only 5 trumps. And it is a good hand. You got ace, king, ace, or ace, king, ace, rather. But
Yep.
but yeah, if it starts 3 diamonds, 3 spades, check.
Whoop.
South has a really difficult decision.
We lost him. I guess this was the other table in the match. Anyway, it looks like North-South got to 4 spades at the other table and are probably going to go down 1, losing a trick in every suit.
Yep, and this did open the gambling 3-no trump.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, like, given the West can get stripped out if it's good enough, but I guess not. Can you like, suppose West plays ace of diamonds and shifts to something? Can you draw 2 trumps, cash a couple of hearts and play ace king of clubs and a third club to end play West into giving you a rough stuff to get rid of your heart loser?
Ooh, interesting question. Interesting question. You're probably right. I have not really considered that, and that does seem like...
Looks like it works, right?
Yeah, so, okay. The suggested line is diamond, diamond, rough.
Or let's say diamond and spade shift if declare doesn't want to do your work for you.
Okay, diamond, spade.
Diamond heart shift, whatever. Diamond something.
Yeah. So we pull another trump, go ace of hearts, heart to the king, diamond rough, ace of clubs, club to the king, club. So East can't really rough, otherwise they're roughing partner's natural club with their natural trump. And West is on lead with just diamonds. We do still have a spade and dummy, so we throw our heart loser. Yeah, so it does look like 4 spades actually makes on that line. Well spotted. Okay. So now North-South look like... I don't know. What's gonna happen? Is South getting 4 hearts?
I mean, if somehow South finds a pass, this is going to be a very easy 300.
Although that's not going to make up if Toma makes
not good enough.
4 spades in
that's right, because they did get the game in the other room. And yeah, I think some declares in this event might not make 4 spades, but I like Tomabasi's chances.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so South, he may just pass this and figure, and doing anything else is guessing.
I bet the line actually is basically all the same, except don't cash a second heart. Because then you still make if East gets end played into leading hearts away from the queen on the 3rd round of clubs.
Right.
But anyway, similar idea. So, yeah, I mean, like, what is South supposed to do? If you bid 4 hearts, North corrects to 4 spades, right? Or does he? No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think you just pass and hope that you have 2 tricks and can go plus, but
Mm-hmm.
it's very tough though.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me.
You know, yeah, particularly like your hand is weak enough that even if you guess the right, even if you guess the best trump suit for your side, you might just not have enough values to go plus.
Right. Yep.
All right, so this is going to be pretty quick. I am very curious to know what's going on at other tables that do get to four spades.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I'm having results here yet.
Let's actually try and see if the other table is back up. It is back up. Okay. So we are in four spades. The opening lead was the Queen of Clubs. Oh. The God.
Okay, that actually is a really great lead.
I mean, you say that, but it's just because it works out here. Okay. Well,
That's fair.
that's
So Dennis Bilda is playing three spades after a weak two hearts by the New Zealand East. Wow. So let's see if he finds the winning line to take 170. That is just crazy.
What's he up against in the other room? Do you know?
What do you mean?
What's the contract in the other room? Do you know?
Oh, in his other room, four diamonds doubled.
Oh, okay. So
Irrelevant for border match purposes, but let's see if he's just up to the task here.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he cashed one heart. I mean, he's preempted in hearts, makes that easier. Cashed two spades. Now he's playing on clubs. He's roughing his diamond. I think he actually did get this one right.
Yeah.
And in the wow. So the Kolesniks are defending five diamonds doubled. That may well be a swing to them.
Mm-hmm.
In the other room, nope, it's a push. Totally normal.
All right. Well.
So Kolesnik, unfortunately, is going to only take half a board against the Overdeck team, who also had been struggling, and I think rates to be one of the weaker teams in this final. Four-handed with a relatively new sponsor.
Yeah. So there is another pitfall for the defense. Adam Parrish in the East has to hold on to this diamond. And he does. So Declarer can count out the hand now. I mean, he knows the spade exit is not going to work out, but may as well give it a try. Diamond comes back, ace of hearts, down one. This Queen of Clubs lead is too much.
Maybe it's reasonable opposite a partner who showed more high card strength than they actually have.
Yeah, it could be.
Eh. It does seem a little,
Ooh, that's not good for our friends. Oh no.
What?
Oh no. It was five diamonds doubled at both tables, and one of them only beat it one trick.
How is that even possible?
I don't know.
Maybe they played three rounds of spades and a heart went away, but you're still down two. How did two tricks go away?
Uncertain.
What 10 tricks could Declare possibly have taken?
Don't know. Not gonna look back through the play. Let's just jump into a new
Must have gone
table.
ace of hearts heart. It must have gone ace of hearts heart, and now they finessed and took seven diamonds and three hearts.
Mm. Okay, so I think these are two of the leaders at this point in the event. I'm not sure. I can.
Zimmerman, I believe, has not relinquished the lead. So I haven't seen a fifth round leaderboard. Here we go. Zimmerman, Yep, Zimmerman has been in the lead the entire event, and the team they're playing is.
Yeah, Spectre's in fifth. They're
I,
5 boards back, but also they're up 2-0 in the current set. Ooh, look at this by Vince. One no trump in third seat. How do you feel?
sorry, I was looking at the leaderboard. Here we go. Um, I like it more than one diamond, and I like it more than three no trump.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't see what's wrong with a normal three diamond bid, but
Hmm.
so two spades, spades and a minor. South probably. We'll just check this out. I think you have to give partner room. Be bidding in spots like this.
Yeah, so West is going to come in 3 diamonds. Okay, South is not the one bidding 3 diamonds. That would be a little too aggressive for my taste on the small doubleton.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, West maybe should just pass this and hope that he's already screwed the opponents.
No. You gotta bid to at least 3 diamonds.
I guess, but this is maybe it's possible three diamonds is pass are correct, but I think it's probably just operator error.
Yeah, here
There
it
we
is. Okay, like also not the right. Oh, wait, maybe 3 diamonds is a transfer.
That actually is possible.
Oof.
It would be a little aggressive on that four count.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is possible.
I would have thought it would pass past three diamonds, pass past three spades. That seems a little more likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so how did they get to 4 hearts at the other table? 2 no trump opener in the West.
All right, I like that too.
They. So we've seen a 1 no trump opener in West Sand. We've seen a 2 no trump opener in West Sand. We've seen a 3 no trump opener on our West Sand.
Two no trump may well have not been natural because of the North double is pretty strange, right?
Maybe? I guess?
Maybe two no was some kind of minor suit preempt.
Hmm. Pass, 3 diamonds, double, pass, 4 hearts.
Yeah, and I think also and second double, like if he had already shown great strength with the first double, he wouldn't have made that second double, I don't think, even with the right shape. So I think it was just like, normalish card showing double and then like more cards.
Yeah.
I would bet that 2-0 Trump was actually just the system bid on that hand.
Well, I'm going to choose to believe that it was natural and showing 20 to 21 balanced because I think that would be funnier.
Yeah, that's also possible.
That would be a great
It would be
storyline. Now we
kinda
just
like
need
it
to
as
see
2
someone
21
open 4 no trump on the hand.
Right.
So 3 spades
Anyway,
making.
so I think on this lead, so what was the opening lead? A diamond to the ace, and then this jack of hearts shift.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the weaker player in the partnership is playing the hand, so he might not find the winning line, but like you kind of fall into it.
Yeah.
If you just like win, draw a couple of rounds of trumps, and start playing round suits, the hand kind of plays itself.
Yep. Now, in 3 spades, there's this extra consideration, like what if clubs are 4-1? You can kind of take safety plays to make 140 on the deal. So, like, you don't have to go all out for this end play to make 4 spades, which is very unlikely to work. And instead, you could, like, win the ace of hearts, play 2 top spades, cross to the heart king, rough at diamond, exit heart, something along these lines, kind of strip the hand, and then eventually hope to end play someone in clubs into giving you your 3 club tricks. if the suit splits 4-1.
Yeah, I would say, like, to play devil's advocate to that, though, you sort of think this is a pretty normal spot, right? Like, obviously, you can make 4 on this miracle line. Does it just feel normal to get to 3 spades? Like, you have 16 opposite 6, you have an 8 card fit. Um, like, I feel like you can expect 3 spades to be the contract at a lot of tables. And once you're in the normal contract to board a match, at that point, you need to revert to your max trick line.
Yeah, but as we know, 3 spades is not the normal contract at most tables. I'm not sure if DeClaire knows that, but I mean, I'm pretty sure well, I don't know. He could think diamonds are 5-5.
Oh, that's right. He has no reason to believe that West is so extremely off shape on this bidding. That's true.
Right.
Like at any of the tables where West shows diamond length and North South get to 3 spades, the winning line is probably indicated because you just sort of figure everything is normal.
Mm-hmm.
So here, I mean, yeah, maybe he plays a club to the king, figuring that like West would often have Queen Jack fourth or honor fourth with he's having a singleton honor.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that, yeah, then like club to the king, club to the 10 is actually kind of attractive.
Yep.
And again, we're assuming that the auction was what the viewer operator put in. We actually cannot be totally positive of this.
Right. Okay, club to the king. So we'll see if he roughs a diamond. He does rough a diamond. And now the question for me is, do you exit the 10 of clubs, or do you go ace of clubs club?
You might play heart to the king, club to the 10.
Yeah. I mean, that's also possible. Okay, he's going for it. Ace of clubs club.
And yeah, wow. Well, and particularly after West dropped the jack of hearts, you might think that he has queen jack doubleton and actually, play it along the lines I suggested.
Mm-hmm.
But you might just do this and make 170.
Yep.
Nicely played, sir.
Yeah, for a loss, because
I'm really wondering if the auction was different, because if the auction was as described and West played that jack of hearts, wouldn't you be pretty sure it was queen jack doubleton?
No. It could be Jack Doubleton.
It could be jack doubleton. That would be kind of a weird shift. Blinded trick 2, right?
Not looking at that dummy. I mean, it looks as if, the clubs might set up for heart discards. You kind of need to get your hearts in.
Yeah, I guess it's possible. Like if dummy only had 3 hearts, that would be a more likely layout.
All right, well, we've got... Wait, how is it possible that this Oh, they're staggered. Wait.
Well, I think actually that table was just in time trouble and they didn't want to delay the entire event since it's already running behind.
Right. But so they're playing against the same team now. That we were just looking at. Okay. So we have Kolesnik for Spectre.
We weren't watching Spectre just now, though.
We were.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we were. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're already board ahead of the other table. So 4 spades bid and made 5. Looks like East-West dropped a trick. But I guess if East-West didn't cash out immediately, DeClaire was going to run the diamond. So that could be bad for Team Berkowitz.
Right.
I have just renamed their Team Berkowitz.
Jump clubs at a second club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you could imagine that defense being duplicated at some tables.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So this one, West 5-5 in the reds. You got to imagine we're opening a heart. He does. Pass by North. No trump by East. what do we do as South? Do we come in two hearts?
Yeah, East is just a little bit too light to bid three diamonds invitational. I agree with one no trump.
Uh huh.
Like it's a super maximum, but it's you don't want to be doing this and having partner bid three no trump on the strength of like queen doubleton of diamonds and a 14 count.
Yep. So South does come in two hearts, despite the very, very weak spade suit. And
Yeah,
wow.
I've come around to the view that you just don't when you have the right shape, you just don't look at your honors at all.
Yep.
You just make shape showing bid.
Yep. So North probably bidding four here.
I would think so. I mean, he can be pretty sure his partner has spades and diamonds will be even more pleasantly surprised when he sees the dummy.
Yeah, East West have kind of missed an opportunity. I mean, five diamonds is a good save against four spades. You're only
Yeah,
down two.
I don't blame West for not bidding three diamonds here.
Ooh, four
What?
diamonds is gonna get East West into the auction, I think, because now East doubles.
That seems like a really aggressive bid by North. Oh, like maybe two spades wasn't Michael's, it was just spades? Is that possible?
I
It seems
don't
very
believe
strange.
that. I don't believe two hearts is just
I don't
spades.
I don't either.
I mean, North can imagine, right? If partner had a stiff heart, doubleton diamond, and the spade king, then slam is basically cold.
Slam is good.
Yeah,
You still have a possible spade loser and some handling.
right.
If that's the layout, you still need to to deal with your clubs. You still need to rough a bunch of hearts. It's not so easy. Like I get the reason to be optimistic, but man, like 11 points on this bidding, with a wasted queen, I don't think I'd be only slamming. Meanwhile, how are East West going to do in diamonds? I think it's 500, so it's a
Yeah.
very good save.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think trying makes sense for slam.
Four
You know,
spades is already kind of a try, right?
well,
Like if partner had a really big hand and heard you bid four spades, he's not barred.
yeah, but partner can't have a really big hand. Both opponents are bidding. So you really just need to
Oh,
find the right distribution from partner.
yeah.
Okay. So
So
five diamonds. I mean, this looks excellent for East West.
this, this will. I mean, this should win the board for East West. Whatever North South do, like against par, the best they can do is a push.
Mm-hmm.
If they do bid out to five spades here, they're going to go minus.
Yep. So South
I'd be
thinking.
Yeah, I guess I'd be surprised if South took a push here with the Doubleton Heart.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by North's pass.
Two.
It feels like doubling five diamonds might have been a simpler idea. The ace of
I
diamonds
do
doesn't
wonder.
look like a good card anymore.
I wonder if it's possible there's more going on in the North. No, it's the Spectre team. Never mind. There's not more going on in the North South auction than we think. I was thinking if it was like one of these, European pairs playing unusual methods, maybe there could be something more going on than we realize, but that's not possible here.
Right. I think it's Warren sitting north playing with John Hurd sitting south. So this isn't like a regular practiced partnership. I don't know why Gavin is not playing.
Yeah, and the usual reason these days is COVID. But well, Gavin's not on the team for one thing, which maybe is one reason he's not playing.
Oh, I know, but I just don't know why he wasn't on the team. He was there earlier.
Oh, was he on their Soloway team?
Yeah.
That's possible that he came down with COVID and had to drop off.
Mm. Yep. Well,
Let's hope not.
yeah, South thinking. I mean, I think you're right with the Doubleton Hard. But maybe North's pass is looking for diamond help. Obviously, that's not what's happening from North's perspective. But I do think the five small
Maybe.
spades should probably indicate defending.
Maybe South thinks he might have a double fit if North is extremely short in diamonds, as it sounds like he is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess could he possibly be worried about five diamonds being a make when he has that hand, right? His partner has the ace of diamonds, which he really shouldn't for that pass. So, maybe he's worried if there's a singleton club floating around that five diamonds is just going to be cold.
Yeah, five diamonds might make, but I'm pretty sure you're in a force after four diamonds, so you got to do something. Or not.
No, but he might be considering bidding for that reason. But maybe he's just not in a force. All
Wow.
right, so this is going to be. This should be a good result for East West. I mean, North South, I think, are going to get to a game at a lot of tables.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Basically, along similar lines, like a hard pass in Otram, Michaels, and North just does something that ends up in four spades.
Right.
Hand's too good not to.
Yep.
All right, so this, I think it's not going to be that hard for North South to find a cash out here.
Yeah.
Like
We'll see
when
two
spades comes down.
clubs. Maybe a heart.
Yeah, it's the club shift. Yep. Yeah, I think South will shift to a heart at trick four.
Mm-hmm.
Your partner has the king or something.
There it is. And then, well, they'll get one more diamond. Declare can just claim.
Yeah, so a huge result. They did get to four spades in the other room. So once Dan had doubled four diamonds, the board was won for her side, regardless of what happened.
Okay, this is a weird whatever's going on here. Is that really the auction in the other room?
It must have been. I mean, I guess anything's possible. It doesn't seem super likely.
Yeah, I don't understand the double by South. So anyway, it looks like North South did get to four spades. We don't really know how it happened, but
Is it possible they reversed the two heart bid in the double?
yes. Heart pass and no trump, two hearts Michaels, double by West, four
That
spades
doesn't
by North.
seem super likely to me. That's a pretty weird double, but it seems more likely than the auction we're given.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. Oh my. Oh, it's Hurd and Bathurst. So looks like Warren is going to play the evening.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I don't think he'd drop off at this point.
Okay.
He's in the Florida guy now. Maybe he's just sick of getting up super early.
Yeah, same. Okay.
No, I guess it'd be the opposite. 9:30 would be 11:30 in Florida. It's fine.
Right.
Well, who knows? Maybe maybe he wanted to go out last night or something and didn't want to have to get up. Who knows? I do not like this two heart bid, I gotta say.
I was just gonna ask. Two hearts feels well.
Partner's a passed hand, right? Like, don't you just bid four hearts with your I guess you're red white, so like sure you can go for 500, but the opponent's open spades, you have a singleton, you might make four hearts opposite almost anything. So West now probably just Blackwoods, right? Like, and I guess the King Jack of Hearts are pretty horrible, but it does feel once he's bid four spades that you can't just let this go.
Yeah, four spades feels like a big bid. I mean, East is 5-5 with a stiff heart.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of want to be playing four spades opposite any limit raise, so I think four spades is fine, but obviously here, when partner has this point count blob, it's going to work out pretty badly. And I guess not even that badly, right? They can't do any damage with clubs 2-2, even with the ace offside.
Yeah.
West can ask for aces, find out his partner has the wrong number, and bid five spades.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced I would bid over four spades with West. Like, the King Jack of Hearts is just so bad. Okay, well, Alex agrees with you. Yeah, East did have some Q bids if she wanted to really show a good hand. Um,
Yeah, but you know, if he's had a hand that wanted to play four spades but didn't look slamish, I think that would include some hands that actually can make a slam. Like if East had Ace King fifth of clubs instead of King Queen fifth, I think the auction would have been the same.
yeah, but you're still not in a good slam yet.
No, 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 I understand, but well, at least you're in a playable slam.
Sure. Oh my god. Look at the result at the other table. How did that happen? I mean, it had to be a four heart bid, right? A spade, four hearts, double. Pass
Right.
five clubs by Cran. Pass six clubs by Vince. That
Yeah, kind of
looks.
reasonable.
Wow.
And look, was you make them guess. Sometimes they're going to guess wrong.
Yeah, I guess Brad makes a good point. Ace King fifth.
Awesome.
5-5, you would just queue four clubs.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason not to would be like partly, as you say, it would be bad slam, but also like you don't want to give the opponents any more information about your hand than you have to when you're not going for slam. Like at imps, it's also a little different because there's the big upside of plus 980 here. Playing match points is less important to collect your big numbers. If you think most of the time four hearts, four spades is your target, you don't want to give away any information about your hand that might help the defense.
Yeah, so
Maybe you would bid four clubs for the reasons outlined, but I don't think it's.
were you gonna finish that sentence?
And no, my Wi-Fi froze. I was gonna say like maybe you would bid four clubs for the reasons Brad's pointing out. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't think it's totally routine. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the cats might be getting to the router plug here. It's happened before.
Those devil spawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they have needed it. They are currently sitting ninth out of the 10 teams. So this is a big round that's going to help them move up a little bit in the standings. Yeah, this stiff hearts
I'm
with
gonna say-
partner and not with North. But I don't think... I'm not convinced that East would necessarily want to bid four spades with the red suits reversed. I mean, maybe. You are 5-5, but this isn't teams. So
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
don't just
step
have to
in.
blast a game on every board.
I think they're, they've moved on from like play fighting to actually possibly causing each other serious injury here.
Nice. Nice.
You were.
So Ace of Hearts lead. It's still not going to be trivial for Declara to play this. I mean, my guess is she'll just rely on 2-2 clubs or the jack falling. But there are alternatives. Unfortunately, I hate to see two of the teams that I like playing against each other. Okay, well, at this point, she's just gonna claim. That makes things easy.
And it looked like there wasn't much to it. Did something happen to make it even less to it?
Oh yeah, South switch to Ace of Clubs in a club.
Yeah, that seems pretty normal looking at that dummy, right?
Yeah, probably. I was not paying careful attention. Brad says the Australia-New Zealand team is currently sitting third. I guess we can hop over there and check out what they're doing on this board. So we do see the one spade opening, four heart, overcall. And it's kind of funny because it's like...
I mean, again,
Yeah, I mean, John Hurd, quote unquote, judged correctly, right? Four hearts is 500, and East West don't have a slam. But the four heart bid just puts so much pressure on East West that they're going to have to continue bidding.
yeah, it's a very difficult position for West here.
other table did elect to play four hearts doubled. So we saw in the other room of the previous match that Cranyak and Demoy had the auction start a spade four hearts double, and Cranyak bid 5 clubs with the East hand. So what does West do over 4 hearts? Do they double? Do you bid 4 spades?
I mean, I kind of like 4 spades, just giving up at this form of scoring, especially. Even at IMS, you might do it, just like treat the King Jack of Hearts as a small doubleton.
Well, it's King
Especially,
doubleton. I mean, like it's a defensive trick, but not really an offensive trick. So
well, I mean, for offense purposes, yeah.
Yeah.
He also knows, he does it before, like, north-south, assuming they're not crazy. 4 hearts is basically being bid to make here.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, your chances of having any offensive plus above 4 spades are pretty small, I think, at that point.
Yeah, so I wonder why John Hurd elected to overcall 2 hearts rather than 4. I mean, maybe he was just hoping to swing the board. Maybe he thought he was playing against a weaker team and wanted to keep the auction a little lower. But
like maybe he just didn't want to commit to a likely minus in 4 hearts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's not like you're so optimistic about making 4 hearts with the south hand, but you are bidding it to make and not to preempt.
Right.
So.
Well, West's kind of being a chicken about doubling 4 hearts is going to cost them half a board here. So 4 spades will make, probably makes 5, would be my guess, but does not make up for the 500 at the other table.
Yeah. Brad suggesting 3 hearts. I think that's a very sensible choice as well.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like 4... I mean, at BAM, I feel like 3 is just kind of missing the point. Like 2 or 4 feel better to me because, like, if 4 hearts is making, you just have to bid it immediately. And
right.
Because that offers you the biggest upside. You win against any table that, like, doesn't reach game, and that covers a lot of cases. And then if 4 hearts isn't making, the opponents are kind of put under maximum pressure to double you immediately and check it out. Like, again, you're technically right, but as we saw, being technically right on this hand might just lose you the board.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of spots, like as we've seen even just today, where you don't want to do the field bid for whatever reason, but this seems like a hand where you do want to make the field bid.
Mm-hmm.
Like an extreme hand like this, if you win the board, it might just be 1 because it's going to be a hard auction for everyone at the table. So, like, make it easy on your partnership as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, Ace of Hearts lead. We'll see if we get the similar Ace of Clubs and Club Switch.
Yeah, against 4, maybe not. I think against 5, the Ace of Clubs is a standout. Here it's a little different.
I mean, it actually seems pretty obvious to me to continue hearts. Because in this auction, East never showed heart shortness or anything, or even implied it. East just opened a heart. Mm-hmm. You have no idea who has the singleton.
Right, so your partner can have the singleton.
Yeah.
Good point.
All right, so declare pulling trumps. I don't understand the diamond pitch. This has happened so many times where I think it was Wibbly again who just, like, insists on discarding from his entries. Like, a club pitch makes way more sense. You might need 2 diamond entries to lead up twice to the clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, if it goes like, club to the king and south plays the 9, you're really gonna be sad if you have to then lead to North Ace Jack 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, if that also could be an operator error, but yeah, if it's the same, he's doing the same thing over and over again, maybe it doesn't.
I don't recall who it was, but it might have been Wibbly yesterday, where, like, very similar situation, Ace King Jack 4th a heart, but opposite a small doubleton. He pitched a heart from the doubleton.
It's hard to imagine that. That would be such a colossal error for a player in the final of this event.
I would tend to agree, but yeah, it could be just foo graph error. But anyway, so club to the queen, not gonna matter when the jack of clubs drops. I mean, also hard to imagine that this is what's going on when the king queen of diamonds might just be stranded, like heart back, tapping declare, king of clubs, south shows out, and then or north shows out, for example, and then south runs the heart suit.
North goes out and South puts his hand face up on the table.
Yeah, I mean, feels like the king queen of diamonds might have been cashed, or anyway. Well,
And maybe declare would have played a fourth round of hearts, as apparently happened here.
mhm.
Or fourth round of spades, rather.
No, it looks like we're seeing. I mean,
What?
just okay. I don't understand.
I think what we don't understand is what cards were actually played rather than what card the ViewGraph operator says were played.
Yeah, agreed.
Then none of this makes any sense if this is the remaining hand.
Yep.
All right, so
Okay. Well,
declare
four spades, making
automatic with the
five.
ViewGraph error is terrible. Yeah. So
Let's check out. We haven't watched these guys, and so this is a rematch of the semifinal. Well, if those names were correct, this would have been a rematch of the semifinals from the Solway knockouts. Cope and Rosenberg versus Bassis and Lorenzini. So where are the current standings, actually? After
So-
round 6, they're updated. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say now, like round 7 won't be up for a little while. There might even be people still playing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so after round 6, which was the one before this, yeah, Brad says make sure we check for phones. So Zimmerman holds a small lead over actually this team. If these names are correct, Cope and Rosenberg are sitting second by a very, very small amount. Then we got the Aussie New Zealand team sitting in third. They're about a board and a half back. And then the rest of the field is really lagging behind. Fleischer is about 3.5 boards out. Spectre almost 4 boards out. So we will keep you updated on those. We're into the auction. East opens a heart. West puts a no trump. Interesting.
Yeah, and I would have thought, even if you wanted to operate on a hand like this, like, you know, bid 2 hearts if you have a mixed raise or a weak raise available and make that your operation.
Right.
Treating it as a weak reference seems quite extreme.
Yeah, no, I don't think East was ever going to get excited if it had gone a heart past 2 hearts.
Yeah, so I think Brad, like, yes, that is what he's trying to do, but, you know, I still think 2 hearts is, like, the problem with that strategy is it's okay with a 1 card disparity. Like, if you had the same hand with only 3 hearts, treating it as a doubleton would be okay. A 2 card disparity is really dangerous.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
South.
no, I agree with the strategy. I just think it's, you know, it's extremely, extremely risky on what looks like it might just be a totally normal hand.
Yeah, so South, we hadn't even mentioned this, but South didn't overcall over a heart with a 6-card spade suit, 6-4-2-1. And
I mean, it's
now
black
is
out with
thinking
a
about
different-
balancing. I mean, would
This
you-
is a very dangerous auction to balance on.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, it looks like West has may have earned his side of swing. So I mean, part of the problem, Brad, here is like West hasn't showed a heart fed. Like East, your partner could have 5 hearts
Right.
over here in the north from South's perspective. So balancing 2
These could even
spades.
be,
Yeah.
each could be 4-5-2-2, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So as it is, looks like the 1 no trump followed by 2 heart bid is going to work wonders for West. Because if it had gone a heart, pass, two hearts, pass, pass, now you balance with south, right?
For sure.
So kind of an unusual way to swing the board, but looks like it worked out for Rosenberg and Copier, who are part of the Lee squad in this event.
Yeah. Looks like north-south would have made 2 spades pretty easily.
Yep.
Maybe even 3. Is West going to make exactly 110 here?
Yeah.
Actually, I guess north-south actually we're just going to make 3 spades easily.
Yeah, because they'll get a heart lead, and then they can cross in diamonds to pitch a club loser.
Even if they don't, they can just lose 2 clubs and 2 spades, and with the ace king of spades, doubleton in the same hand, the 9 of spades can't threaten you. The diamond queen's onside third.
Right. I mean, I expect 170 north south to be a pretty reasonable.
Oh,
score.
I see what you're saying. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they'll definitely at least make their spade partial. Whereas
Yeah, so
here, east west are gonna make their
here.
heart partial. Wow, 3 spades doubled at the other table.
That's not surprising to me, right? Where East is gonna, look at his ace king ace and figure a worst like he loses the board. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
If he thinks there's a normal contract, he's only really playing with half a board.
Right.
Like obviously at imps you would never be defending 3 spades double, but a board and mash I think is kind of reasonable. And Peter also, like, Brad, I'm sure you've played more boards against him than I have. I think of him as someone who really likes to double stuff.
Yeah.
Like Peter Gill, very fine player, pretty aggressive with that red card in my experience.
Yep.
Pretty aggressive generally, like not crazy, but like dangerous in that way where you never quite know where you stand on a hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it looks like a swing for Lee, then kind of at both tables.
Yeah.
North going to be able to cash a diamond,
Yeah, so what's happening?
play another diamond.
What's happening in the other room? Let me take a look here. So, do we know what Roger Lee's contract is? At the other table of this match?
Don't know. No, I am not currently tuned into the other table, and that is true because most people in Australia might actually be struck down by a venomous spider, although not here in the U.S. Maybe only back home.
So in the other room, South is playing 3 diamonds on these cards on quite an unusual auction here. Hanlon opened a heart. West made the, somewhat more down the middle choice of 2 hearts. North bid 2 no trump, which I guess was intended as natural with his balanced 16 count. Who even knows? And South bid 3 diamonds on his 6-1-4-2, presumably expecting the North had both minors.
I mean, still going to be a win, right? 3 diamonds is making.
Yeah, it's just a very unusual auction. I don't think I would have predicted that if you give me like 100 choices. And 2 no trump. That again, like, feels like an operator error, but it can't be because if he had double, South surely would have been spades.
Yep.
And I guess it was 4-4 in the minors. Best of a bad lot.
Yeah. They'll expect to have completely lost the board. They will. And they'll be pleasantly surprised when they compare afterwards. Or I guess they can check the barometer scores. So Craig thinks that they might stop doing the barometer at some point. We don't know.
I think
after how
late
many
in the
rounds.
second.
Hmm?
Late in the second session would be my guess.
Okay.
If they stop it at all, I think they'll probably keep it going for the first few rounds of the evening at the very least.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. Cedric gets a lot of sympathy from me. The first round bidding is kind of insane with the Yarborough and very weak spades, and on the second round, Kevin just stuck it to him.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, so I guess the trade-offs here, because it's not as if West's action was like really good or really bad. He's making a trade-off where if his partner had any extras, then East would not really respect the possibility of making game here, and they might end up in two hearts making four or something. But on this kind of board, he gets to freeze the opponents out.
Right. It's just if partner had like, 6-4 hearts, even with a 6-4, 6 hearts for something, even with a minimum, you could make a game with that West hand pretty easily. Like if his 4 happens to be either your king or your queen suit. So to me, it looks very dangerous. I'd be much happier about that with only 3 hearts. But obviously hard to argue with success here. So maybe there's something in it that I'm missing.
Right. So, I mean, Craig's mentioning, like, if East's hand was, say, ace, king, 6th of hearts, and ace, queen, 4th of clubs, you just miss a game. Because, a heart, a no trump, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, you're never raising to 3 hearts with that 6-4 hand. And game is just cold on 2-1 trumps.
Yeah, I mean, your compensation is in the fact, as we saw here, it makes it much harder for the opponents to get in, but... that seems like a knife's edge kind of strategy to me.
Yeah. Anyway, those are the trade-offs Kevin's working with. He earned his team a board, and
I'm going to go let the cat out of cat jail. I'll be back in a moment.
Mm-hmm. So West doesn't open this hand. I guess we had seen Kevin Rosenberg and Simon Cope be a little conservative in their opening bid choices. So some people in this event would probably open West hand a diamond. But here North opens a diamond. East coming in with 1 spade. Maybe kind of taking a look at the difference between overcall styles. So Lorenzini on the previous board didn't overcall favorable with a 6-card suit to the jack and a pretty weak hand. This time Simon Cope coming in vulnerable with a 5-card suit, ace-10, and a pretty weak hand. And yeah, as Brad points out, South had an 11 count, could have opened in first seat but chose not to. Negative double from South, 2 no trump limit raise from West, 3 hearts from North. Wow, this went really fast. I have to imagine the ViewGraph operator kind of lost track and just quickly went through the rest of the auction because none of these bids seem automatic to me. I mean, 3 hearts seems pretty automatic, but 4 hearts feels unclear. And passing as West also feels unclear.
Can you just pull up the auction for 1 second to catch me up if you don't mind?
Yep.
Yeah, there seems to be a feline détente occurring right now, thank God.
Mm.
I see. So what were you saying about 4 hearts?
Well, 4 hearts doesn't seem obvious to me on the South cards. Like, 3 hearts doesn't show extras, right? So...
No, but you have basically as good a hand as you could ever have for having negative doubled when you have 5 hearts, right?
Yeah, you're also past hand.
Yeah, so even more like, it's possible they play some kind of 2 no trump slowdown here and 3 hearts did show extras. Doesn't look like it with the North hand, but like maybe there's some implication to 3 hearts that we're missing.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like Queen Jack Doubleton of spades with East West bidding spades. Like, your partner's sitting over there on a Doubleton.
Maybe he's worried that like North rather was being a little conservative because South can't really have a hand this good.
Yeah. Well, either way, North-South bid all the way up to 4 hearts, and There
Yeah.
seem to be a few too many losers. 2 diamonds, a spade, and a heart. Would you have overcalled the East hand
Yeah,
a
they
spade?
can't. What was the original spade holding? Was it ace 10 fifth and the king of diamonds?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not red, not my style.
Yeah, pass, a heart. Oh, pass, a diamond, a spade was how the auction started.
Yeah, that passes south looks so weird to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I also said that West might open at some tables. He had ace, queen, fifth of diamonds, and an outside ace. 5-4-2-2.
Wow.
So, but yeah, some differences in styles among the teams in this event and players.
Yeah, I think 4 hearts will be a somewhat common result, just there's like so many paths there. South opens, South is a little more aggressive on the previous round of bidding, even having passed than Cedric was.
Right.
Actually, maybe not. Like maybe it goes pass, a diamond, spade. They do find the same overcall. If South just bids 2 hearts, North will raise, and South will probably be done, right? Maybe he would take it in at that point, but probably not.
Well,
Yeah,
so it seems like par is 3 spades east west making. Oh no! It seems like par is 4 spades east west making, right? Unless am I missing something? Hold on, because a heart goes away on the ace queen of diamonds.
Can you do it in time?
Oh no, this doesn't work. Par is 3 spades because like technically, if you lead a heart, they win the ace. King of diamonds, the ace, queen of diamonds pitching, play a spade. No, then you go spade to the ace spade. Yeah, 4 spades is just making east west, right? So it looks like north south might have earned a decent swing. I mean, east west were definitely in there in this auction. The 1 spade overcall, 2 no trump limit raised by west, but they just never really got around to it. Ooh. We have a crocodile coup coming up. Look at this. Diamond. West has to rise ace. He does.
Otherwise, he's going to be end played to give Declare a rough left. Nice play by Kevin.
Yep. Okay, now he can cash the diamond queen and beat the contracted trick, but that actually, I mean, minus 100 north-south looks like almost the best they could possibly do on these cards. East-west can make 3 spades. They can also make 4 spades, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess. It's not so easy for East-West to get to 4 spades.
Right. But 3 spades is workable, and 4 hearts doubled is down a trick. So there's a bunch of ways for the Fleischer team to win that board. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think Cope did pretty well to be getting in there on that hand. I think even though, as you say, like North-South result is good against par, I think East-West result is going to be pretty good against the average table in the Reisinger final.
Yeah. Okay, so West opens a club, North does not come in with Jack 10-9 6th in hearts. East bids a diamond. South is going to bid some number of spades. What's the right number? 1. Apparently 1 is the right number.
I like 1, yeah. Yeah, I think one would certainly be my choice. No reason to decide on the first round of bidding that you know exactly what the hand is. You don't have a preempt, don't preempt.
Yep. So 1 spade by South, support double in supported diamonds from West.
Yeah, so I like this. I think there's this kind of old school way of showing four hearts with this double, but if you're playing a wash style where East doesn't have four hearts unless he has a really good hand, a support double here so you know your side's competitive position makes so much more sense.
Yeah, I definitely like playing support doubles even in supported diamonds. Like most of the time when your partner makes this diamond, well, maybe not most of the time, some of the time when your partner makes this diamond bid, they actually just have a diamond suit. And it's going to be
Right.
very helpful to find your like 6-3 fit early on so your partner knows how high to compete.
Exactly.
Um,
Right. In modern bridge, anytime you have a heart fit, partner has a really strong hand, so you can back into it. You don't need to show it with this double.
mhm.
Yep. So very sensible. They'll get to their that's partial east-west. East may be a little too aggressive. You know, he has obviously a very good 12 count, especially knowing that he has at least eight diamonds. Or sorry, that is eight diamonds. So this will. Can they make 3-no trump on these cards on a spade lead? With the clubs coming in, they can, right?
They have 5 clubs, they have 2 spades, they have 3 hearts. That feels like 10 tricks if all of those things happen.
Yeah, they have a little trouble getting back and forth. Like the ace of hearts is going to be tough to cash on some defenses.
Yeah, they might only take 2 hearts, but yeah.
That's
So
still
South comes in 3 spades. I mean, obviously South had to bid again. He overcalled 1 spade on the 7-card suit. I feel like we're gonna end up in 3 spades doubled.
West might try 3-no trump. You know, his hand doesn't look great for defending a spade partial here, right?
He has a good lead. He has a trump trick. Okay, he
Yeah,
tries
we'll
3 now, which is gonna work out for him this time.
I remember he also may think the partner had just has something like ace, king, queen, 6 of diamonds and is like begging for a stopper here when he bids 2 spades.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I kind of forgot the 2 spade bid. 2 spade just some sort of artificial force.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's hard for West to realize that East has, you know, a defensive type hand when he could have a, like, begging for 3-no trump type hand.
Right.
Yeah, so this will be fine, I think. You know, just probably go up with the ace and lead a club at trick 2, and that'll be that.
Yep. Round 7 scores are up, apparently.
Thank you
And
for...
we still maintain the top 3 spots, and the rest of the field has massively dropped off. So it might be a 3-horse race going into the final set this evening.
It's actually a pretty good team falling down into 9th place.
Yep.
And I believe Build and Madala are playing right now, so you know, obviously the sponsor is going to be, you know, a little unused to high-level board match, and it's just played so early in the ACBL.
Yeah.
I guess I am certainly rooting for a little bit of a change at the top. I'm not ashamed to say that.
Agreed. Agreed.
Very happy for one of the Zimmerman pairs to win, but much less happy about the other two.
Okay, so as promised, Declare did not find the line of play of win the king of spades, unblock 2 high hearts, and then lead the king of clubs off dummy to make 10 tricks.
Yeah, I believe even at border match that would be incorrect.
Yeah, agreed. So South is going to hold on to his diamond ace and a bunch of good spades, and Declare will take his 9 tricks.
Yeah, with North holding all the hearts, there's absolutely no chance for the defense to do something silly here.
Right. Now, Declare is going to run the clubs. He's going to unblock the hearts and lead a diamond up and put up the king. Just hoping. But,
No reason not to try that, but obviously here, South is just going to turn their hand face up at trick 10, I guess, or trick 11.
yeah. Wow, so in the other room, 4 hearts down 1 was a push. Curious how the auction went. South did open a heart on the 11 count, as some people might. West passed, North bid 2 no trump, a limit plus, East-West never really got into the auction. 3 clubs by South, looks like a minimum, 4 hearts by North, all pass, and it went 1 off for a push board.
Yeah, that seems like the type of auction that a lot of tables are going to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think North-South are very aggressive openers. Maybe North is not supposed to bid a game over that 3 clubs unless 3 clubs was minimum acceptance, as you and I used to play.
Yeah, no, it was alerted as artificial minimum, so...
Yeah, so I think, when I play 2-0 limit plus in light openings, I usually just play a heart 2-0 trump 3 hearts is rejecting a limit raise, and North probably, even though his hand is very slightly better than limit raise with no aces, and the Jack of Hearts kind of wasted should probably just be done.
Mm-hmm.
Jack of Diamonds is also almost certainly wasted. You hate to let it go with King Queen Jack 4 through trumps in a 12 count opposite an opening heart bid, but I think you should.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess we could say a variety of results. I mean, if South isn't opening and West is opening,
Thank you for that update.
East-West might actually get into the spade partial or spade game that they can make their direction, which is funny. They have 17 highs, but the hands just kind of fit perfectly, and the opponent's suits all split very well.
Yeah.
Showcases the power of aces and kings as opposed to queens and jacks. So Diana says Kolesnik just took 2.5 off of the 3rd place chat favorite team, New Zealand and Aussies. There are a lot of favorite teams in this event, so happy to see one team win, but that has to mean some other team loses.
So the lead team, I think, was doing very well, weren't they? Yeah, they're in 2nd place by 1.5 boards.
Yep.
So they do manage to get a couple of wins here. They'll take the lead, right? I think if they get 2.5 here, they'll be in the lead.
Oh, Brad.
Yeah, they'd be in the lead by half a board if they do get a win on this last hand.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump over to the other table. So we had 3 no trump this time. 3 no trump being played in the East. Looks like we're going to get the same defense though.
Yeah, but at this table, I guess they can't do everything. I was going to say, the club duck is, not bad for declare, but I guess nothing just matters.
Right.
Yeah, so all right, so I'll take 2 boards to only be half a board behind.
Mm-hmm.
So quite a good result for, regardless of what happens the next few rounds, for Kevin Rosenberg's team to have had very deep runs in both major events four-handed.
Yep. Yeah, Simon Cope has really been shining in the events.
He's having a very good year in the ACBL with a national second and 2 good results this week.
Yeah. Okay. So clubs declare is going to take the same line, unblock the king, queen of hearts, try and cross to the king of diamonds. It's not going to work out well for him. How did they reach 3 no trump? Ooh, a club passed 3 no trump. Okay.
That seems actually pretty reasonable if it's if it's in range and if West is never going to open on a hand, let's say like a queen lighter than this, it seems Seems pretty reasonable. And if it was a queen lighter, so it would have been the same 9 tricks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could bid 2 diamonds, but like your suit's weak. You know what your very likely landing spot is going to be. There's no real reason to mess around.
Should we watch some of the bottom teams compare?
Yeah, sure. Again, like at IMS, you would 2 diamonds because the risk of missing a diamond slam. There's a lot of imps, but here, if you miss a diamond slam, who cares?
Kolesnik is the only team with women on it.
All right, that's cool. They are half women and half Kolesniks, with some overlap among those 2 groups.
That's right. So 2 spades north, 2 no trump overcall in the east looks pretty reasonable. A little light, 15 highs, but the king 9/4 of spades I guess makes up for it a little bit.
Yeah, and again, in these colors, you can't pass because it might just go all pass, and it's it's just guaranteed to let the opponent steal from you.
Yeah, so South does
I think it's just
hit this, which what do we do as West? Do we run?
I think you transfer to hearts and and pray, or so maybe it's actually interesting. They may not know what their methods are. They've played a fair number of boards, but they play 1 or 2 nationals a year, and like maybe the occasional other tournament. They're not super practiced, even though I think they have a very good sense of each other's style.
Yeah.
I don't think this should be a transfer. I think it should be natural, but I got a feeling both East and West will. It's sort of safe for West because whatever it thinks it is, it's fine, and I think East will probably think this is a transfer.
Apparently, VuGraph Operator has it alerted as red suits.
It's possible they know what they're doing.
Looks like they have got to 3 diamonds. I don't know if that means they know what they're doing, but...
Yeah, so this is probably better than 3 hearts, right? But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's all the same.
My guess is 3 hearts as well. On the actual layout, 3 hearts seems okay. Can we stop alerting the same bid? 3 hearts is gonna play better because you can basically just pull trumps, and diamonds you can't really just pull trumps.
Yeah, maybe that's true. So, meanwhile, this is going to be pretty unpleasant in either contract. So, club.
I don't think club is best defense. I think a heart right now is best defense.
Or maybe just club, spade, club.
Well, North has no more clubs.
Oh, right. Sorry. So, I don't know. Suppose it just goes club, spade? I mean...
Well, West pitches a spade on the 3rd club.
All right. Yeah, and I guess, those diamond spots are going to be pretty annoying for Declare whether or not you're roughing with them immediately.
Yeah, so... I mean, it looks to me like double dummy, a heart switch is best. What?
So, totally non-bridge related. So there's an app called Citizen, which you or some of the spectators may have, which basically it's like a crowdsourced police scanner in major cities. And I get a lot of pop-ups for crime and mugging at knife point or whatever, or guy brandishing gun or whatever, just fire a few blocks away. Just got a pop-up alert: hot dog taken at knife point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are some good hot dog places in New York. Yeah, how else would you get one? That's a good question.
I mean, only a sucker would pay for a hot dog when they're just there for the taking a knife point.
Exactly. Okay, well, the other table, more calmly, just past 2 spades with these cards. I mean, East is a little light. They are vulnerable. It's definitely scary to come in, and she got burned this time. Wow, did Pratap really let the 10 of diamonds run to the queen? No, there's no way.
I am a little surprised that the East in the other room quietly checked out 2 spades. Like, obviously, very dangerous to bid at these colors, but also very dangerous not to bid at these colors.
Yeah, it's both. I think at teams you overcall. Match points and board a match, it might be a closer decision, but I would be scared of overcalling.
I would be more scared. I would be more scared to pass than to bid. Are you in the opposite camp?
I don't know what I would do at the table. I might feel it out. But yeah, it feels like it's close.
Screen. Yeah, behind screens, he's can't see how eager South is to double anything.
Right. Okay, so it looks like the defensive slipped up a bit. It's not gonna be good enough.
So there's one junior in this match at the other table, playing South. Easy 3 spades. I don't know about that. I mean, your suit is terrible. Your playing strength is pretty good. So, you're I feel like I'd be happy about 3 spades. My hand was Jack 10, 6 of spades, and the King 4 of diamonds.
Yeah, maybe if the spade spots were a little better, if it was Ace 10, 9, 8, 6, that's not so bad, or Ace Jack 10, 6, then 3 spades is okay. But 1 spade is kind of becoming okay if our hand becomes a little better.
Yeah, and I think also if you're going to open that 3 spades, you want your defense to be weaker than it actually is on this hand. So you don't want your downside to be that you're just a level higher, and if the opponents had come in, you were going to do okay.
Right. Oof. Ace of Hearts doesn't look like the right line. I don't understand that. You're just setting up tricks for the defense?
Yeah, I guess maybe she's afraid to. What do you do, though? Do you, rough a club and lead a spade? That doesn't...
Well, yeah, because you have this roughing finesse position in clubs that you can take through South. But anyway, Alex is the one playing it. And I suppose regardless, he's not in a great spot.
Yeah. Down 1 and down 5 are the same.
Yep. Okay, so Ace of Spades, spade to the king. We will see a club off dummy. South covers, heart, club tapping declare, heart.
Well, yeah. Declare is going to have the 2 trumps in his hand and nothing else.
Yeah. Oh, so he's only down 4, right? That's not so bad.
Scroll out a scorecard so you're minus 1100 looks like 110 for a push.
Wait, Sartaj Hans passed the north cards on this board and then came back in with 4 spades on the second round?
That's not possible.
Oh, a club and a no trump overcall by partner. Okay, and then you transfer.
Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That's like an Owen Lean type auction. Owen just passes on the first round of bidding and then blasts game. Sorry, partner, I had 3 of my aces hidden. Well, Parrish have taken a point. I think Parrish was substantially in last place, if I remember.
They were more than 3 boards behind the 9th place team.
Right. So coming into this set, these 2 teams are close to the bottom of the standings. So They have a lot of work to do in the evening if they want to get into well, they're already in the overalls, but if they want to get towards one of those top positions.
Yes, my guess would be this is going to be one of the flattest boards of the set. I think it's going to be a flat 4 hearts in possibly every room and certainly a majority of the rooms. There's just really nothing to this one.
You don't think some people will just go 2-0, 3-0? Have they learned their lesson from yesterday?
I don't think with 4-4 in the majors that that's going to happen at any table. Mm-hmm. It might, but 4-4 and, like 3-4, maybe someone will try it, especially if they're 4-3-3. I don't think on this hand anyone's going to.
I'm surprised that they aren't playing Puppet. Are you surprised they aren't playing Puppet?
No one plays Puppet over Chuno anymore.
What?
Everyone plays it over 1. No one plays it over Chuno. Puppet over Chuno has fallen way out of fashion since you had your hiatus.
Oh my god! When did this happen?
When people realized that Smolin was more important.
Can't you still do Smolin or no?
No, you can only do one or the other because East has to reverse the major suit responses after 3 diamonds.
Oh. Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, so there's been a almost universal movement from Chuno Puppet being incredibly popular to it being incredibly unpopular.
Fascinating. Okay, well, we've found our way into 4 hearts. How many losers do we have? We have a club loser, we have a spade loser. Clubs are splitting. Declare has a little work to do. Oh, but dummies hearts just aren't good enough. You can't, you just basically have to pull trumps and rely on clubs breaking.
Yeah, everyone is too flat for the defense to do any damage.
Yep.
You don't need to rough anything even, really.
Trumps broke 5-0 for you twice yesterday, but how did they break at the other tables? That's the important question. Because if they were 3-2 at the other tables, maybe you should check your convention set, get to better contracts.
And also look on the bright side, because the one where they got the opening rough against the Grand, at least it was with a natural.
Yep.
So here, Declare is gonna play around for a little bit, just in case they have any safety playing to be done in the club suit, but nothing can possibly ever matter. And I'm getting a report that even though the hot dog incident was in Midtown Manhattan, my friend from Queens got it as well. Apparently, this is just citywide news about the hot dog taken at knife point.
Must be a slow news day.
Maybe hot dog is a euphemism. I don't know.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. Hey, Cooney. Welcome. You joined at the right time. We have degenerated into discussing hot dog robbing incidents. Okay, this King of Spades play feels very weird to me, but
it does feel weird.
Probably fine.
Crime is rampant in New York City.
Yeah.
Crime is rampant in New York City. Yeah, I don't totally understand why he was doing that before playing a club. Maybe he just knows it's irrelevant either way.
Yep. Okay. So, club back around to the king. Declare can now claim 11 tricks, 10 tricks, 10 tricks. The ace of spades is still there. Oh yeah, I'm sure this is gonna work. Let's lead a spade towards the queen. I gotta give him credit for trying. Okay, so 4 hearts making. Everyone in the room gets half a match point, or half a BAM point for that one.
Yeah, I think that's almost certainly the flattest board of the set. Maybe it'll swing a point somewhere, but not too many somewheres.
Wow.
All right, so last board of the set here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the score. Three spades making 200 never feels like a good result, but maybe that's because 3 of 3 finesses are working.
I mean, 4 of 3 sort of, right? Because the spade 10 also drops the spades are 2-2.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll go pass the no trump. 2 spades, showing spades in a minor, pass. 3 spades. North, South can't quite bid 4. North has no reason to take it in. It's probably another flat one that's going to leave both teams a little bit grumpy going into the dinner break.
Yeah. Oh, and this is the last board of the entire set. I guess we'll...
So you do win all these finesses, but you rate to win them after that no trump opening, so maybe it is, well, all right, little difference of opinion here by North. Maybe it is worth, maybe if you know it's on a bunch of finesses, it's worth bidding because West has to have the entire deck.
Yep. Okay, well,
this feels like it's going to be pretty good for the old Kolesnik team here.
I have to imagine, especially on this lead, it looks like if they had found, a club lead to the ace, like as Gibb might have, found the jack of clubs lead at trick 1, they could get 5 spades, a club, and 4 diamonds, which I guess would not quite be good enough, but maybe Declare would have gotten squeezed somehow.
Actually, maybe this... So what do you do as West? Do you just play ace and a heart and, see what happens at this point?
Ooh, good question. Yeah. Wait, are we going to see a really funny push at plus 200? North-south?
We might easily see a 200 push here. No, that actually wouldn't be good enough, right? North-south would then have 4 spades and a heart is 5, and a club is 6, and 4 diamonds is 10 tricks.
Yeah.
Is that... Oh, right. That would be 200. Yeah, I think that's... I mean, maybe you play the king of clubs to set up something there, and then you'll actually win the board? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so huge result for East-West here, going minus 150 and a no trump.
Well, also, I think South just cost himself pretty badly here. I think if he had ducked that, he might have been in a position to do better.
That's certainly true. Then Declare might have had to guess. But now South needs to find a diamond switch.
I don't think it matters, though. Right? The clubs are set up with the jack dropping.
Yeah, certainly true.
I think at this point,
well, Declare needs to figure out what's going on.
Right, but certainly Declare can get out for 150 now to win the board for his side.
Yep. Okay, small diamond to the jack.
And that also seems fine since he still has a spade entry left.
Kind of. I mean, ace of spades now is, this has blocked the diamond suit.
Right, I guess it's true, it's hard. Well, shouldn't North shift to a low spade there? Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't know exactly what's going on. Oh wait, are we seeing this right? Did South really false card his partner on that spade lead?
South put in the 9.
Right, but then why was he winning the queen of spades?
He led the queen to the next round.
Oh, sorry, he won the ace of clubs and led the queen of spades. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so now if it goes diamond covered...
He might not cover, though. He might hope that that South is the one who has 4 diamonds, and he's going to block the diamond suit this way by ducking.
Right, but if he... I'm just thinking, if he does cover, North can cash his spade, and then, someone's going to get end played, I guess, right?
Yep.
Well, I guess they have... Yeah. I guess they have club exits, but...
Yeah, so Declare kind of needs to guess what's going on now because he's going to have to make 3 pitches, or 2 pitches from his own hand. So if he comes down to stiff ace of hearts and king and a club, then he'll end up down, what did we say, 3 for a win?
Yeah.
If he comes down to ace doubleton of hearts and stiff king of clubs, then he'll, I guess he'll be,
Yeah, he'll be down 4
Down
for a push,
4.
3 tricks.
now, South is might be thinking about switching to a heart here,
Yeah.
which would make Declare's job a
think
little easier.
I think if he does that, West will just win and hope the jack of clubs is dropping to try to get out for minus 100.
Okay, well, here we go. Diamond to the ace. Pitches a heart. Diamond. We throw a club from dummy, a heart from hand. Or whatever. I guess we cash a spade first. This is fine. Doesn't let South know what's going on, but keeps Declara in the dark for at least a minute. So I think if South elects to throw... Oh, the club pitch is gonna...
If he throws a club, Declare's got to get it right. He has to throw a heart here.
Yep. Yeah, so South didn't work it out. He pitched a club, and now that's going to make Declare's life pretty easy. Yep. West should work this out, so he needs to throw a heart from dummy. Well, he doesn't need to, but he should throw a heart from dummy, I think. And from his own hand.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty serious error by South, although obviously, easy for us to say looking at all the hands.
Yep. Well,
But I think he can probably tell that Declare has some tenuous club suit from the way the play is developed, I think, so I don't know. Maybe not. The heart pick is a little scary too, obviously.
this did go in a no trump all pass. A little surprised that North didn't come in with his 5-4 13 count or whatever it
Very.
was.
So this is an automatic club pitch from the dummy at the very least, right? Yep. So. Alright, so he's gotten it right to win the board first side. Well done.
Yep. Minus 150 and a win. So, let's check in on who's still playing. These guys are still playing. 2 spades in the north, making 5, and this table in 3 spades. Yeah, so everyone's coming in with the north hand on these cards over a no trump, it looks like.
Yeah, obviously you're certainly exposed to the next hand doubling and just carrying you out, but when you have an opening bid, you just can't let them open a white no trump in front of you and steal the board.
Yeah.
Like as it was, he wasn't even stealing the board. He had a totally normal 16 count and still won the board.
Yep.
So I think that's how good a bid it is by North.
Right.
And again, like maybe at imps you don't do it because you probably don't have a game and you don't really worry too much about those hands. But at match points, I think you just have to. At imps, the cost of going for a number is substantial. At match points, it just isn't.
Okay, so Declare here just knows everything's on side from the no trump opener.
Yep.
And really not much to be done. 11 tricks, looking like a push board. Oh, we had really exciting 3 diamonds doubled, 1400 on board. So it was very similar. So we do get the 2 no trump overcall in this hand, or at the other table in this room. Don't know who made the 2 no trump overcall, double. They ended up in 3 diamonds doubled, went for 1400. Oh, and this is the one where
So
Brad mentioned that Hans passed in first seed and then came in with 4 spades. Ended up going down
I'm
2.
surprised they don't play transfers in that auction.
Same. Maybe the theory is to put the strong hand on opening lead. It'd be Wibbly again. Okay. Well, this time 2-no trump is not insane. It's totally fine. Okay, is that, whoops, is that everyone? No, Nickel and Zimmerman are playing. On the very last board, 3 spades in the north, no contract in the other room. I'm guessing we got the no trump opener, 2 spades, spades and a minor, 3 diamonds alerted. I wonder what 3 diamonds is. Maybe it's a good spade raise in north. Despite the good spade raise, did not come back in.
Yeah, so the nickel team had really been struggling today.
Okay, so Brad says in New Zealand they play stuff like 1 no trump 4 clubs is you playing hearts. And 1 no 4 hearts is I playing hearts, so you can side major suit games however you want.
So so are they doing that all the time? Like, so that's like South African Texas. Do they do that after 1 no trump opening or only after overcalls when they might want to have some leeway with who's on lead?
Yeah, there is a whole nother session. There's a session starting in about an hour and a half. And during the break, I'm going to be playing the Twitch day-long imp thing. So...
Yeah, so Zimmerman has a 2-board lead, which in this event is really just nothing.
Yeah.
Like in a pair game, one could overcome a 2-board lead and often does at board and match. It's really a tenuous lead. Interesting. So South African Texas is popular down there in all these spots. I think it's very much out of favor in the U.S. if it ever had a vogue here. Yeah. So 27 boards to play. It's going to be tough for anyone other than one of the top 3 to win this event, but the Hans team was 2.99 behind. So, 3 boards, which, if you sweep, then all of a sudden you're just in the lead.
2.99, very nice. Yeah, so it looks like most tables...
Yeah, so in the...
Ooh.
So in the old days, you used to need to have more than a quarter board for a clear win. So you would have Reisinger ties, and then a few years ago, they adjusted that so that 0.01 or more is a win to make the carryover actually meaningful for possibly determining a winner, which I think is appropriate. But like there was one time when there was a 4-way tie for the Reisinger win because everyone was within the 0.25 margin.
Yeah, so Brad says they're allergic to Gerber. I think everyone's allergic to Gerber. Gerber is a convention that just needs to be deleted from all convention cards.
But a no trump past 4 spades is something other than an offer to play can be a pretty useful bid.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of pairs here would play it as a 4 no trump quantitative raise with very strong, with 4-4 in the minors, but good minors.
Okay, this is hilarious. Every table except for this one mostly pushed the board at spade part score. This table pushed it at a spade game.
Amazing.
So this is kind of one of these funny things where you get like protection from your teammates in board a match because here both of these east-west pairs would have just gotten a 0 on their card or pretty close to it in a match point field, but here they get half. So